And how does the president view the Iranian-backed militias that seem to be taking back Tikrit today? General Dempsey was, in his testimony, expressing concern about whether Iran's involvement could eventually further destabilize Iraq. Does the president share that concern?
Well, first and foremost, it's important to recognize that this is an Iraqi operation. This is an operation that was undertaken at the direction of Iraqi military leaders and in consultation with Iraq's political leaders, including the Prime Minister of Iraq, Mr. Abadi. As this military operation was being organized, the Iraqi leadership, as they should, took great care to ensure that this would be a multi-sectarian effort, and that we do see the involvement of Iraqi security forces. We also see the involvement of some Sunni forces that are located inside this province of the country. That's an indication that there is clear follow-through on Prime Minister Abadi's commitment to unifying that country, his diverse country, to face down this threat posed by ISIL. And a commitment to that unified effort is something that we want to see not just in the political leadership, but also in the execution of this military operation. And Iran's involvement in this military operation should not change that in any way. We have been clear, and Prime Minister Abadi has been clear, that this military operation should not and will not be used as an excuse for exacting sectarian revenge. The Prime Minister has been clear, and he said publicly that the operation should prevent the abuse of civilians at all costs and needs to abide by international norms, avoid fueling sectarian fears, and avoid promoting the sectarian divides that have actually weakened Iraq over the last several years. There's no doubt that this Tikrit operation is a major front in the fight against ISIL, and we are pleased to see that Iraqi forces have been advancing, and we are aware of reports that ISIL fighters are actually withdrawing from the area in the face of this offensive from Iraqi security forces. We've also seen that the pressure that's being applied to ISIL forces in this area has caused some ISIL forces to even desert their posts. And there are reports that ISIL commanders, are actually resorting to executing their own troops to prevent them from deserting. This is an indication of the significant pressure that's being applied. The other thing that I would note, and this is also a welcome development, is that we have seen the positive input of Grand Ayatollah Sistani. This is a leading Shiite cleric in Iraq, who has urged the Shiite militia that's involved in this operation to act with restraint as they advance. And again, he is also mindful that this military operation should not be used as an excuse to exact sectarian revenge. So I guess the point I'm trying to make here is that we are pleased that this operation seems to be advancing. That's a positive development, but we want to continue to make clear that it's the priority of the United States and our coalition partners that it needs to continue to be a priority of Prime Minister Abadi and other leaders in Iraq to ensure that this is an operation that advances their efforts to unify that country to take on ISIL.
On the Islamic